Okay, you made it. Deep breath. We know there was traffic, parking. Take a moment to land and to be here. Thank you, Marin Promise Partnerships, for bringing us all here. So why are you here? I'm going to talk about why I'm here, but I want you to be thinking about why are you here? Because this work that we're doing, you need to have clarity to really show up in your values day after day, year after year. So me. I'm here for two reasons. Well, professionally and personally. I guess we always have both sides of us that we bring together. Personally, I was honored last year to be one of very handful of mayors in the US to be part of a mayoral fellowship that was given through the US Conference of Mayors. This mayoral fellowship was all about how do we create just and righteous cities. That was the name of the fellowship, and it was land-based, land use planning-based. You see, I'd been a planning commissioner prior to being on the council. I've been doing this gig for a long time, and I thought, I know how land use works. I know who it serves and who it doesn't serve. Let me tell you, after that fellowship, my mind was blown. I realized that I had held some beliefs that were not accurate and that we needed to start evolving and changing the way that we do things. That means changing the way we do things here in San Rafael, changing the way that we show up for our community. And for me, changing how the land use decisions that we make and the policies that we support. Business as usual, it's not gonna work anymore, and we know that. We know that, but actually showing up differently is really hard. Think about it, it's really hard. So that's why I want to invite you to think about what is compelling you to be here today, because this work is hard. And if you haven't done that foundational work, then when you start to hit the headwinds, you might be blown off track. The good news is you are in a room full of people who are all here for a reason. Maybe it's, and I have to use PG words, I was talking to some people early, the craziness at the federal level, I'll use that word, maybe that's why you're here. Or maybe you have a lived experience. Or maybe there was something in your professional job that you saw go down, you're like, God, that did not go the way I thought it would, or the way I think it should. So connect with that reason today as you're listening to the speakers, but not just today, for all the other days. In terms of the professional reason I'm here, the city of San Rafael, we value our community. We value the richness of our community, the different folks that are here, and all the diversity in whatever, all the definitions of that's here in this community. And in order to do that, we need to have policies and initiatives that say to people, you're welcome here. San Rafael has been doing that through both programs as well as pursuing money at the state level. We got a priority development area, PDA for short, some funding years ago to help us do some planning specifically in the Canal. We were already headed on that work. And then Marin Promise Partnerships, as they started to look at the work they're doing, the education-based, but also realizing none of this is done in a vacuum. We can't show up just in an education space. That we're impacted by our housing, by our work experience, all of that. So Marin Promise Partnership has brought us all together saying, hey, all you super smart people in the room, how are we gonna work together to have the outcomes that we want? Because the reality is by having this neighborhood, Canal neighborhood, have better outcomes, it impacts and positively benefits the entire city. Let's say this again. It positively impacts the entire city. This is not about one group of people or one neighborhood. It is about all of us as a community. So that's why I'm here. And hopefully, as today goes on, you'll have clarity about why you're here. I'll close by saying this work takes time. And so as you look around the room, think about who are your peeps that you're gonna call those times that you're like, oh my God, I don't know, I'm frustrated because of this. Call that person that's sitting at your table and say, hey, what's compelling you? How are you coming back at it? This morning I was reading the paper and Kamala Harris had the best quote ever. And she was talking, she spoke at an Emerge event last night, I think, or recently. And she was talking about how fear is contagious. And I get that. Trust me, the emails I get that fear is contagious. But she said something that was so brilliant. She said, so is courage. Think about that. So is courage. So that is what I'm holding today, tomorrow, the next week, the next month, the next year as we continue on this work. So thank you for being here. This work is not done in isolation. It is done in partnership and in collaboration. And thanks to Marin Promise Partnership, we are here and we are starting this work with with all the right intentions, our values firmly cemented in our middle, and we are going to be successful in the end. Thank you all.